All right, so many years ago, Frank Papa and I were sitting at the Vanport location of the Brighton hot dog shop, and he said, Rob, no matter what anyone says, we have the best cup of coffee anywhere. And let me just tell you, here it is, freshly brewed moments ago, and there's the logo, that's the coffee. Cheers to Frank, son Mark, and this member of the family, Alex Winger. Why am I here in Chippewa? Well, a little late lunch, and then we're off to Robert Morris, where they happen to have another location. They are everywhere, from Cranberry to Elwood to Green Tree to Vanport to that world headquarters in New Brighton. And you know, with the Thanksgiving holiday fast approaching, people come home, and when they come home, they come to the Brighton hot dog shop. So tell me, other than the chili dogs and the cheese fries, breakfast to cheeseburgers, you guys do a little bit of everything, including the legendary chili and wedding soup, right?
That's correct.
Talk to me about these old world recipes. And you know, Frank would always say to Mark and me, whenever we would try to complicate anything, we just sell hot dogs, but you sell great hot dogs. But I also think it's the experience, Alex, of actually coming to the Brighton hot dog shop. Look, I get giddy when I pull into the parking lot. When I walk in and I see smiling faces and these booths filling up, you know, and it's, you know, after 2 o'clock on a, you know, just a typical Thursday. It's about that gathering, going to the Brighton hot dog shop, right?
Yep, 100%. It's about the experience, and every day we try to strive to keep it as original as possible. And you know, it's all about the attitudes of the employees, and it makes it that pleasant experience for everybody.
You know, when I think about how this has been such a part of my life, Friday Night Lights, whether as a broadcaster, a member of the student body in New Brighton, always wanting to be there after the game. We have all this exciting football coming up in the next couple of days. But it really is also about families that get together for the holidays, and especially Thanksgiving. You're going to have turkey one day, but the other days, people want to get out, do things, do a little shopping. They seem to always congregate to the Brighton hot dog shop.
100%. The week of Thanksgiving is a big week for us. We routinely hear, hey, we're in town coming to see the family, and we stopped here after getting off the plane. Haven't even seen their family members yet. And we routinely will see the same faces once a day, twice a day for that entire week.
Tell me why the chili is outstanding, but I've had my mother's sisters, the mother of my children, wedding soup, some of the finest restaurants in Pittsburgh. My friend Joe Dentisi, the late great Joe Dentisi of Coons Market, we would always talk about who makes the best. And I'd always say when it came to wedding soup, your wedding soup, I don't think I've ever had a better bowl or cup of wedding soup anywhere. What's up with that?
You know what? We had a recipe that we found that worked in the very beginning, and we've been using it ever since, and we're very, very strict on our standards. We don't alter anything. Through the years, people ask us if we changed anything, what we do, but we proudly make everything in-house, and we stick to what we know, and there's no reason to change it.
And you never have to add any salt and pepper to taste. I absolutely love it. Now, just before we go, breakfast is something that really, I think, is your signature. And the locations that have it, that really is. And I, for many years, my children, from the sausage and all the different ways to get eggs and pancakes and hash browns, they just had to have that breakfast. And I sat in that drive-through many mornings at Vanport before going to work. What is it about your breakfast, do you think?
Really, just keeping it simple, much like the rest of our menu, and just doing it as perfectly as possible. Don't complicate it all. Just like as Frank would say about the hot dogs, we're just selling hot dogs. Well, with breakfast, keep it simple. Eggs, the omelets, and then, you know, French toast and pancakes, and just do it to the best of your ability, and always make it a memorable experience. Building those memories. You know, the after church crowd, it's a big group.
It is.
And they always talk, people always talk as they come back and tell, oh, I've been coming here for 30 years. You know, it's the same as it was when I was younger as a kid, getting my food with my family. And that's what we're all about. Keep the memories there, keep it that same feeling, and don't change it for anything.
And the one thing that's always a constant, no matter where I'm at, but especially in New Brighton, there's those family connections. But I'm out here in Chippewa, and I think about Stevie Lodovico, his mother and father, very important to me, and more importantly, for many years, the head basketball coach of the women's Cougars team here, and Johnny Miller for years, and his sons, and Joe Hamilton, and Tom Hansen, and Jack Fullen. So no matter where I go, wherever there's a Brighton hot dog shop, there's some sort of connection to my family. And really, when you think about this whole thing that got started many years ago, and now you and Mark, it really is still about family, isn't it?
It is. It's next year is 65 years in business.
65.
And it's continuing to be a family-run and operated endeavor, you know, and always striving to make sure that we honor the legacy that has come before us.
Listen, Frank, I'll work for coffee. I want to be a part of it. But before we go, just remind everyone that you are hiring right now. So look, parents, if you want to teach your young children a few life's lessons, my daughter worked for the Brighton hot dog shop. Now she has graduated from Penn State and working for Coons Market, but it was a great launching pad for her. Really, whether you need a few dollars or you want some life's lessons, the best place for a young person to be is at work. And the tradition, I was always envious back in the day of people working at the Brighton hot dog shop, right?
Yes, we have a large history, and we will strive to always make sure we give every employee the skills they need and the attitude they need to be successful in life.
You've really been a special friend. Thank you so much for doing this. Now the question is, when's the holiday cup coming out?
Day after Thanksgiving.
It's all good in the neighborhood. From the Brighton hot dog shop in Chippewa, it's your Pratt Pack. Busy rest of the day. I hope you'll stay with me until we end up on the radio tonight at KDK. Cheers.